As time has gone by, I kind of realized that I'm not afraid to show you my mess. Like, my house is a mess in some sorts. Some people may consider it clean, some people may consider it a mess. But like leaving crap like this out, it's kind of a mess. So I've become comfortable with you guys seeing my mess. But that's my my way of saying it's messy. But I have a whole bunch more nerd mail. Before I start reading this, I don't think I'm going to be able to get all the questions on all these videos. At this rate, I would have to make a nerd mail video twice a week or so. So what I'm doing is I'm just going to answer some random ones. And to be honest, I'm very careless with going through the emails. My wife actually does it. I don't. She just printed out these questions right here. So I'm going to read off some, and I'm going to go ahead and answer the rest through email. And I'm not picking any certain order. I'm just kind of randomly picking them. Now, this guy I'm about to read to you first, who sent the same email twice. I totally missed you the first time, buddy. I'm sorry. But, oh, seriously, kids, don't smoke. Don't touch gas station wieners or nothing like that. Okay. This is from Michael P. Basal. Sorry. Hi, Jason. I watched your video. It came in the mail. I just made that like a couple days ago, or yesterday, or day before. Anyway. I also watched back on 10/14/18 Todd's video on these same boards. So, anyways, oh yeah, he's talking about when I got a bunch of boards from Todd Tucky in the mail. This is a resending of my first email to you. I know you have been busy with many things. The Pinball Expo, and I also remember you were under the weather too. Yeah. Anyway, again, congratulations on your acquisition of all those Atari, Tempest, and Star Wars PCBs from Todd Tucky at TNT Amusements. I noted the boards in his last video last night, and my first thought was these would be something Arcade Jason would want and he could fix. Hopefully. Sure enough, later in the video, Todd said you bought them all. I wasn't surprised. I am sure you'll fix most or all of them. Question. When you get these fixed, I would assume you are planning on selling them. What do you estimate you'll sell a complete working set of Tempest and Star Wars boards each for? I have both games in my home arcade. In fact, my Star Wars was fully shopped and purchased from TNT. I have been trying when I am able to pick up a spare boards for all my games. Okay. So please let me know when you are selling these for when you get them repaired. I am interested. I really like your videos. You are a down-to-earth guy, and your videos are very helpful. You are one of the few that actually explains how to diagnose and fix arcade problems in a way that the average person can understand it. That is why so many of us are big fans of your work and videos. Thank you, and all the best. Well, thank you, Michael. Honestly, what I'm going to do is, okay, let me explain something. These the Star Wars boards that I got, none of them have the interboard connector. It's like a connector that connects all three boards into one stack. I'm going to have to pick up some of those, or I may actually sell them working but without the interboard connector if you already own the interboard connector. But I'm kind of not in a hurry, although I need to sell some of these so I can pay off Todd Tucky, because I only paid a third of what I actually owe him. So I'm going to have to fix some of these and sell them to make money. But honestly, I'm gonna try to get just below market value. So I haven't even looked yet, but I'm going to say probably, you know, at first at least, if I get desperate, I'll lower the price. But I'm probably going to try like 10% less than whatever the last board sold for on eBay working. So, and if that doesn't work, then I'll obviously lower the price until things start selling. But I haven't even looked. I just figured, okay, once these are working, they're worth more than they are when I'm going to pay for them. So I don't know. I'm sorry, that's not a really good answer, is it? Okay, here's another one. Nerd Mail. Dear Jason, your show heaps. I enjoy your show. I'm sorry, I can't read. I enjoy your show heaps. It's my favorite. Why? / I guess it's the rawness. Why? Oh, so it's like a question mark. Why? I guess it's the rawness and content richness. It inspired me to do a short, one-shot, 6-minute video. Oh yes, I've seen this. Okay. He did a 6-minute video of his game in Australia. Now keep in mind, in Australia, games are much harder to find than here in the States. Anyways, he's sending the thing. I'm going to send you a link to his video right now. Or if I don't know how to do that, I'll send you a link in the description. Thanks heaps again, Mikey. Okay. Chip I Mentioned is the title. Thank you very much for giving me your address. I must have talked to this guy before. So I could get some better insight. Attached are photos of the chip where I found damage. It's probably not worth my trouble to repair. It comes from a $200 RoboVac. Oh, I remember now. I think, yeah, some guy he found my channel. He left a comment. He says, and he wanted to fix. He found it was a completely unrelated channel, and he found my channel, and he's looking for advice on how to fix a robot vacuum cleaner. I think, you know. But anyways, I use vinegar. This is damage from urine. I bathed it in distilled water after several times, and allowed dry overnight in rice. I can't figure a way to clean the plug receptacle for the sensors that aren't registering. My problem didn't go away, but do you see anything that would definitely say this chip is done? Okay, here are some pictures. Honestly, I don't even see anything wrong in the picture. Am I blocking the light? You know what? I'm going to pop those pictures on the screen so you can see them. The picture that Kelly just printed out, I don't see anything bad. I mean, it's kind of a dark print. Oh, that I see a little bit. I mean, that's minuscule. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and pop a couple pictures up, and I'm going to send you an email back. And let me get into this a little further. I think I need to know a little more information. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to look at the actual pictures on the computer because it looks very minuscule. Very small amount of damage. I'm sorry. Alright, we'll get back to you personally. Okay. That's chip I mentioned. Here's another one. Nice channel, man. Thanks for the vector shenanigans. Hi there, just found your YouTube channel and I wanted to say it's awesome. I'm semi-obsessed with vector games, especially Atari, but haven't had the time or money to accumulate them like you have, and especially not enough of either to hack around with them like you do. Thanks for sharing all this stuff. My big thing is that I own a Tempest cab that has probably only worked for 4 hours over the past 4 years. It's my all-time favorite game since I was chin high to the control panel. So I've been slowly working to pick up the know-how to get it running again. I've got a Vectrex too, but it still works, knock on wood. I'd be glad to help you with that, but there's not much of a question here. I will tell you this, if you're interested, I will test your board free of charge, but you have to pay to have it shipped back, and then we can know if it's a board problem or not. But yeah, I mean, geez, where do you start? It could have a monitor problem. Does it play blind? I really know nothing. Do you know how to test the voltages? And if so, are the voltages present and stuff like that? I'm going to send an email back to you. Maybe we can get something going. Okay. What's this say? Hello, Arcade Jason. Hello, before I begin, if this is a personal email address, I'm sorry to have bothered you. I started to watch your videos and see your knowledge and passion for old arcade games, and further stoke the flames of my own interest in the genre. I am writing you to ask a bit of a personal recommendation, or how someone would get started in the hobby, and what would a first step kind of project be for a new person in the arcade repair restoration genre. I know my question is very broad, yes, very broad, and most likely doesn't have a fast answer, but any advice you can share would be very welcome. Thanks again for your videos. Well, I would say if you want a simple project, often, not all the time, but often a JAMA board. So let's say your average machine from 1985 on up would be JAMA. And JAMA are probably the easiest machines you can work on because often the boards don't fail. Now, once you get to the older machines, the boards are more likely to fail. But honestly, there's a whole bunch of videos online, and they talk about doing cap kits. I did some cap kit videos on how to repair monitors. Just get comfortable. Find yourself a junk board that you don't care about. Tear apart an old VCR or something like that, and practice removing and replacing those same parts. And try to remove and replace those same parts without heating them up too much. The longer you sit there with your soldering iron and overheat parts, it will reduce the life of that part. That's a tough question, man. I would say, see, with JAMA boards, in most cases, you just replace a switching power supply and all the terminals are labeled, and it's really just mostly monitors and power supplies. So, I mean, if you want a simple project, get something 1985-ish on up. Thanks for watching. Ooh, I read this one already. This is cool. Okay, the title is, I'm not going to tell you the title. I'm going to read it. Hello, Jason. I have a Commodore Educator 64 that has some problems, and I'm wondering if you would be interested in doing the repair. Yes, absolutely. Probably some power supply work and some work on the C64 board. I have plenty of replacement parts if needed, but the real reason I thought of you is it has a monochrome monitor, and I would really be interested in putting a color monitor in it. Let me know if this is something you would be interested in working on, and if so, some idea of your labor rates. If you need pictures of anything before making a decision, please let me know. Okay, Jerry Kurtz. Yes, I want to fix your Commodore Educator. I don't like the idea that you want to put a color monitor in it, because I love keeping those things original. But I will tell you this. Oh, by the way, I have a story about this exact computer. I'm gonna get to it in a minute. But let me tell you some technical limitations of what might go into putting a color tube in there. A color tube is going to have a thicker area at the end of the tube for the shadow mask and things like that. Okay, so in other words, a color tube is an inch or two or three, depending on the tube, longer than a black and white. Actually, it's a green and black on the Educator, I believe. Anyway, so it's a longer. If I were to put a color tube inside your monitor, it may stick out the back, so it may not even physically fit. But I mean, I could look into it if you really want me to. I mean, basically, we could just put a TV set inside there if you really wanted to, or I could do an RGB mod and make it run in RGB for a slightly cleaner picture. But my rate, if I can do a video on that, I'll do it for free. And your return shipping. Yeah, I'd love to do that. I love the Commodore 64. Oh, I want to get to my story. When I was a kid, my dad, he got a Commodore PET, which is very similar to that. He took a Commodore PET out of the trash, out of the dumpster, at a police station, and I begged to keep it, and my dad says, "Well, it doesn't work." And I says, "No. This is how it's supposed to look. It's working properly. You have to type it in." Dad's like, "Oh, this is garbage." "No, Jason, we're throwing it away." And I always think, "Oh man, I could have had that Commodore PET." Of course, I was a little kid then. But yeah, so absolutely, I'll gladly fix that. I'd like to make a video of it. Okay. Isolation transformer for monitor. Hi, I'm really enjoying your videos. Thanks for making it. I was just watching the viewer mail video and thought maybe this would be a good topic. I bought a Golden T4 2004 off of Letgo for $100. I thought there was a simple problem with it from the description in the posting. Turns out it's a little more complicated. After blowing a few fuses on my monitor chassis, I was told that my isolation transformer was bad. I hadn't even checked it. It looks like they had bypassed it. Picture of the spaghetti wiring is attached. Okay, I'll show that in a minute. I tried to wire it correctly, but I'm not quite sure what I need to do. It's a Wells Gardner 7000 25-inch. I do know the tube works. I now have a repaired chassis, but I'm not ready to plug it in until I'm ready. Any chance you have a video or can make one that can show how to test the one I have or build a system like this, like in this wiring diagram? I really think I'm close to having it ready. I just don't know if I can buy a replacement isolation transformer, wire it up like in the diagram, and be good. Okay, thanks for your time and videos. Take care, Dave. Okay, let me show you. Okay, there's a couple pictures here. It looks like you got the schematic from Bob Roberts. I am blocking the light. Bob Roberts, which gives a good example on how to wire it with your line filter and so on. This looks like it's the bottom of your cabinet. Okay. Now let me talk about this for a minute before I forget all the questions you just asked. Okay. Where's that paper? I already forgot. I forgot the question. Okay. You want to know about how to test the isolation transformer, I believe, right? Okay. Well, if everything is wired correctly, you have your power line, which should be pretty easy to find, going to your K7000 monitor chassis. By the way, not all monitor chassis require an isolation transformer, but yours does. Okay, so there's two wires coming down, three wires. One's going to be your green, one's going to be your white, one's going to be your black. The white and the black are going to go directly to the isolation transformer, ideally. But it's possible to run that game without an isolation transformer. It's not the best. That's not the best method, but someone may have done that in the past. You can buy isolation transformers from like Arcade Shop. I'm pretty sure Arcade Shop sells it, right? Or arcade part suppliers. I believe it's Arcade Shop sells them, and I'm sure many others do. But on the isolation transformer, it will literally say in, out. Now it's a possibility that you'll have a terminal that say 0 volt, 100 volt, 120 volt, and so on. Set it to 120 volt on your input and then your output. You know, and honestly, that goes in between your actual power and the monitor. Now I don't know how much of a purist you are. I personally am not a purist when it comes to Golden Tee. I really don't care much for Golden Tees. But I will tell you this: you can get a new TV set with a VGA port in the back. Okay, and on your Golden Tee board, there's an actual VGA card that has a little tiny cable, and that cable goes into the board. Okay, if memory serves right. Anyways, you can unscrew that cable and then connect the regular VGA cable to the VGA card, and then connect that to a TV set. So you could upgrade that to a LCD very easily. And then in your TV set will have options like power on at power or whatever often, you know. And also computer monitors always have that option to kind of power on when there's a signal, or automatically turn on or go into standby mode when power is turned on. But anyways, isolation transformer, you know, geez, it sounds simple, but how do I describe it? I hope I described it well. If not, contact me and contact me again. I'll send you my phone number. If you ask me again, I'll send you my phone number, and we'll figure all this out. Okay. Hi Jason, I found you from your YouTube videos. I am Trance1999, so 1999 on YouTube. Here's my channel, although I stalled on it right away. Stalled. I'll send a link to that channel at the end of the video. I have other things I want to do on YouTube yet. Your videos are great. I just watched one on the asteroids color mod, and I understood it, which is even better. I don't understand all the XY monitor stuff, but some of it. I'm a programmer. Awesome. I wish I was a programmer. And I get digital electronics. I program Arduino, and I own a game company called Bad Weasel Games. I'm a pro at OpenGL, 3D graphics, and of course, have written my own games. But I'm not that swift with analog electronics. So the monitor mod stuff floats just slightly over my head. I grasp some of it, but not all. A few years ago I built a custom cocktail cabinet with a main PC in it. It never got used because it was too difficult to turn on. Get into main, pick a game, etc., and it was laggy. I had over-engineered it with a 4K monitor because I wanted vector games to look as good as possible, but instead it made all the games have a bit of a lag, and vector games didn't look great. The lag could have also been because of the USB interfaces used to hook up the controls. Anyway, now I have basically gutted it and replaced the 4K with VGA panel, and have an FPGA Williams Multi in there. That's a good board. And an arcade SDJM board in there instead of the PC. It should be much more playable now as well. Be able to just turn on and play. And no USB interfaces and no lag between the controls and the channel board. Still, not as authentic as using real PCBs, but I think it will be better, especially on the Williams side. The cabinet is really nice. I did all custom panels with that, with what I think is a reliable, versatile layout, and custom artwork using mixes of classic cabinet art. Let me show you his cabinet. I can see there is a, I'm going to pop a picture up. It's way easier. Way easier. Alright, I'm gonna throw a picture up. I see some hints of Space Stool in there, Galaxian in there, Joust in there. You can see it's cool, some Tempest hints in there. Pretty cool. Looks like he did a really cool job on the cabinet. I will say this. For example, let's say all Atari games. For example, Asteroids. Well, that has a DAC that's capable of 1024 points by 1024 points. So, about the highest resolution you could possibly achieve-ish, because MAME is going to change those points to match your scanning monitor, would be, 1024 by 768. And so your 4K monitor is 4 times the resolution than the main machine can even deliver. So in other words, 4K upgrade is a completely unnecessary upgrade for a main machine. And I believe your lag could be from the monitor itself reprocessing the image to display it on that screen. So, in other words, often TV sets will have something called game mode. If you go through the options, you can go and get into something called game mode, and it reduces some of the processing it does before that. But besides that, I think you already fixed your problem by installing a standard VGA, and I'm really happy to see that you didn't ruin an original cabinet. You made something. There is nothing wrong with. See, I'm kind of a purist, okay, but there's nothing wrong with making a brand new cabinet. It looks awesome, great. You didn't hurt nothing. But I cringe when I see people get original cabinets and ruin them beyond repair. And I think you did a great job too. Looks great. Trackball, everything's on that sucker. Well, I hope you're happy with it. Also, the FPGA, Williams is a great FPGA. They did a great job. But okay, oh jeez. This is part 2. This is like the second part. So I didn't even finish answering whatever question you had. Okay, hold on. Anyway, getting to my point. Now I have decided to do vector games right and build a real Space Duel cabinet as well. Okay, cool. So you're building it from scratch. You're still not ruining anything. I love it. Okay, today I bought a Space Duel PCB from eBay. They say it came out of a machine that just had a bad monitor. Hopefully it is a working board. From the photos, the board looks to be in good quality with no scorch marks. I paid $175 for the board. It's fair. My wife wants me to put the brakes on it a little and not spend a ton right now on more parts. But still, I need to know what those parts even are. I'll probably buy a cabinet kit at some point. I'm assuming that it will be too difficult to find a good real color XY monitor with no burn-in. I'm aware you can convert a CRT to a vector, but I have some questions and reservations about that. But do you think you could tell me what all I'm going to need to look for? For example, do I need this board? And what does it do? It says, you know, it's a link that says AR2, basically an audio AR2 board. Yes, you're going to need an audio AR2 board. Alternatively, maybe I'll just find a good Space Duel machine to purchase and sell off the parts. I see one for sale for around $2,200, but I think I could probably build one cheaper than that. Any help or advice you could toss my way is appreciated. I'm not sure what I could do for you in return. I probably don't have any gear you want in trade, but I've been trying to clean out my old stuff. I could, however, offer my services in graphics or video in trade. Oh, good. So you're one of those graphics guys. You know how to do that stuff. I don't. I would love if someone could make some kind of opening for the channel. And I think I said in a past video, it would be kind of cool to have like a vector screen, and I would say Arcade Jason, and like maybe a symbol and like a ship shooting around, or possibly like an arcade machine, and then it like zooms into the circuit board, and maybe the circuits spell Arcade Jason. I don't know, but something it would have to tie into the picture that I made. I love that picture. I made it in Microsoft Paint. But you know, in that picture there's the symbol for a transistor, and I always thought if I ever get a tattoo, it's going to be like the symbol of a transistor. You know what I mean? And I never got a tattoo, so that's kind of something I don't know why. I just like it. But okay, any advice? Help. By the way, what city do you live in? I'm in Arizona. I live in Mairie, Ohio. But okay, I'll tell you what. I will give you. Wait, do we have an extra Space Duel panel?
Control panel?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm 99% sure.
I have to look.
All right, can you go upstairs right now and look? Please? I will stretch this out. Just go upstairs and look real quick.
No.
Anyways, if my wife finds this panel, I will give it to you for free. There's a guy on Facebook. His name is, I think it was Travis Reynolds. He's making wiring harnesses. You can get wiring harnesses. And I do have a good working Space Duel board. So if you have any troubles with your Space Duel board, or if you want to, I will fix your board for free. Not for, whoa. I will test your board for free. And I could possibly give you a board if your board doesn't work. But, I mean, if you could help me make some kind of like, even if it's 5 seconds long, even if it's 5 damn seconds long, it would be, you know, it would make my channel look more professional. Yeah. So you're in Arizona, so you're pretty far from me. But let's see, let's continue to stall. I want to see if my wife can find I think I have one. Sure. But yeah, you do need an AR2 board. And I have those also. So basically what you're lacking, and I'm pretty sure I have a panel, you're lacking the tinted glass that goes in the front believe it or not, they repro that for $100. But don't do it. Go to your local glass company. I have one right down the street from me. It's called Warren Glass and Paint, and they will cut you a piece of tempered dark glass like that for $40. So for $40, you can get that glass instead of paying $100 plus shipping from some other arcade company. Do I have it here? This ought to help you out. 1 second. Are you serious? Dude, here, bring that over here. Bring it over here.
That's too funny.
That is funny. I didn't know we had two.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't say I never gave you nothing. I got two of these. So between some parts I have laying around, I'll help you out. I'll do whatever I can. If you could just give me like a 5-second video, I'd greatly appreciate it. Okay, that's enough for that. Maybe Kelly will find one. Oh, this is the other side of this. I keep cutting people short. Okay, new info. They sold the board because... This is the same guy. Michael Smith, by the way. New info. They sold the board because there was just a dot in the middle of the screen, and they assumed it was a good board, but a bad monitor. Well, if it's a good board but bad monitor, you probably could have heard it play blind, and I would hope they would have told you that. I'm guessing you have a bad board and possibly a good monitor. Just my thoughts. How much would you charge to test my board and fix it? I think I already told you about that. Find anything?
Yeah.
Oh yeah! We're getting there. Trust me. I will help you build this. If you build it, they will come. So there's a control panel. You know how to get the glass. I'll give you a marquee. I'll give you an AR2, and I may even give you a working board. Help me. Anyways, so you think that was a long enough video? Well, don't smoke. And if you like this channel, please hit the subscribe button. Please hit that bell icon. If you don't know what that means, the bell icon, every time I put a video up, you will get a notification and you'll see what the next video is and whatever. So, often people are telling me, "Hey, I subscribed, but I don't know when your videos are, and then I have to watch all the videos." Well, it's awesome that you're doing that, but if you hit that bell icon, it'll tell you every time a new video comes up. All right, have a good one, guys.